Hey everyone, welcome to Bae and Everything Else. Other than that, let's begin. So today I'm going to be talking about Ready to Love. This is my second channel. So for those who are not familiar with my content, just know this is my second channel. Feel free to go to my other channel, which is Bae and Anime. If you like cartoons and stuff, I talk about that. On this channel, I'm going to be talking about more reality TV because I love reality TV, and I reviewed the first season of Ready to Love. So let's begin. Just talk about it. Okay, so I'm highly upset. So I'm going to go out of order this time as well. But don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. But yeah. I am highly upset right now because Tressa went home, and this is gonna be a rant of the whole day, of the whole episode. It's gonna be a rant of the whole episode. Stacy and Tressa went home. I'm so upset that Tressa went home, and I know Tressa, no one was feeling her, but I would be so mad if I was brought on that show just to go home because no one found me attractive. Bro, I was like, they made Tressa feel unloved, undesirable, unworthy, just everything, and they made this woman not feel like she was worthy of any of the attention given to her because of the size of her body. Like, that is so fucked up. She's a homegirl because I don't find her attractive. They didn't even give her a chance. That's so messed up. Like, oh my goodness. Stacy, she needed to go home, so I'm not really against Stacy going home. Stacy needed to go home. Like, all the guys didn't really like Stacy anyway, because Stacy was like, had a little bit of an attitude with them. Stacy was really like tit for tat with a lot of the guys. I don't want to say matching the energy, but she was really like having a lot of energy for them, and they didn't like that. And Stacy was just doing a little bit too much. Even though she did have a point about David, I do feel like Stacy was not ready to love, and she really needed to just go to some healing and stuff like that. Yeah. Also, Stacy and Chrysanthemum are like just they call them freaking frat. Like, they're like very buddy, and it's just like they forgot they were on a game show. And so like that's kind of like, yeah, you're on a game show where you're supposed to be finding love, and you guys are finding friendship, which is good, but you guys are getting in the way of, like, you know, going out and just loving folks. Also, I feel so bad for Tressa. I want to go back on it. They took her out on a date to let her down. And then, like, bro, like, for real, they took her out on a date to let her down. And then basically was just like, all the guys said they don't feel nothing for you and you want to go home. I don't know. I have had my heart broken like that before. Like, being put, like, she got put in the friend zone by like 6-7 guys. That's a lot. Like, I don't know. That's a lot. This one is like getting put in the friend zone for one person, but like 6-7 guys. I don't know. I just hope that she doesn't take it to heart, or like, you know, because that is painful. That was brutal. I was mad at the show. I really was. If you knew, you didn't ask them their preferences of like body size, and you put a plus size woman on here, like, you know, and like, you know, like if they don't like big women, like, you know what I mean, like that she would not be chosen. Like, they need to ask better questions. Like, I don't want to be brought on there at all. Like, I'd be so mad if I was brought on there and people were just like, yeah, you're not my type, all because of the way I looked. I'd be like, well, you didn't ask them that type before you bring me on here. Anyway, let me just start talking about other stuff. I had a masquerade ball, which was cool. I thought that everyone looked very nice. Alexa's dress was cute. She came to slay. Liz was turning heads. Everyone was like, oh my gosh, Liz was definitely turning heads, and it was just like really interesting to see Liz in that way. I didn't know she can dress like that. You know, like Liz was like very much wearing like these like very much, I don't know, she would wear like very much like business casual clothing. And so like to see her like so dressed up and like walking in that room, you know, Jason went to go shoot his shot, and he over here he closed the gap between him and Liz, and I was like, oh, he really didn't like Alexis like that. He did not like Alexis. He did not find her attractive. He was just like, nah, I don't like you, Alexis, because he closed the gap with them. And then like I just thought Liz looked really nice. I thought some of the guys, they looked good, I guess. I don't know. I think the women went all out. I don't know. Usually when guys get dressed up, unless someone came in there with like a white suit or like a blue suit or like some, I don't know. No one came in like spectacular. Most of the guys, I don't think we really looked at a lot of the guys' outfits. So, yeah, I don't think they came in like very much spectacular, or they didn't have really spectacular entrance because we didn't see it. So I don't know how to comment on that one. What else? So, and one thing I forgot to just mention, also, like, AJ, Kyra, Jason, and Alexis go out on a date. They go out skating. Kyra and AJ have some really great chemistry, which was really interesting. And AJ really liked that Kyra was, like, basically just like, this is open to, like, dating him again, even though they had, like, a bad beginning. And then, like, Jason, he was like, he told Alexis he did not like her. Alexis was like, I feel like you don't like me. And then Jason was like, you know what? I don't. I don't like you like that. I can't see you anything like that. I tried and it don't work. And I was just like, ooh, there's a lot of friend zoning going on in this episode. It was just like, whoa, everybody's getting friend zoned. It's just like, I don't know. It was just like, if you ever got friend zoned, it's just like the worst. It was like, oh, you friend zoned me, no. Because this means, like, I will never, ever find you attractive. But then also, it's not the worst, especially if you have friends. But when you both are, like, dating, or you mostly, like, you know, open to dating, and they're just like, nah, you know. But then again, I have friend zone people, so I guess. But I don't even take it that far. If I know I'm not into you, I don't even take it far. I feel like I would just make it very, 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 very clear, you know, that I'm not into that person. But I have dated friends before, so... But that person has to be very special. Like, our friendship has to have really great chemistry for me to date them. But, like, yeah, and I just was so upset with, like, I don't know, I was just so upset. I'm sorry, I'm just thinking of Tressa still. I'm sorry. Okay. Anyway, you know, I don't know. I just felt like, you know, I felt sad for Alexis. I'm like, oh, that's so sad. And AJ don't really like Alexis either. Even though he says she's in his top, I don't think she really like him. I don't think he really like her. I think he thinks Alexis is really aggressive, right? I think AJ's like more go with the flow. And I feel like this episode as well, that a lot of the women wanted the man to, like, they all wanted to be number one. A lot of the women all wanted to be number one. And I feel like that was unrealistic, because regardless of whether you number one or number two or number three, if you're in the top, you're good, because the top is constantly shifting, right? And all you have to do is be your best self to them. That's all. You know, you don't have to compete with them. You don't have to, like, you know, like, I just feel like, you know, you don't have to fight and all this other stuff. I feel like all the women was like, if I'm not the top, then I'm not number one. And I just feel like that's, like, highlighting a lot of insecurity. And, like, just know if you get picked, you don't get picked. If you do, you don't. But just keep dating and have your dating options open, right? Like, this is how dating works in the real life. Like, no one's official unless y'all make it official. So, like, usually people are dating more than one person, and, like, usually if you're not the top, you don't know that. You don't see the women that you're competing against, you know, or men don't even see them. Most of the time people don't see the people that they're competing against in relationships. And I feel that, like, that's something that to really keep in mind with this show. And I just feel like a lot of people are really getting jealous, and, like, I want to know. But I guess they're like, we're on episode 5, where I think this is like the 5th week for them. And so they're like, this is the 5th week, so I need to know whether or not you like me. We've been dating for 5 weeks. If you don't let me know who you like. And I think that's, like, super valid as well, if you've been dating for 5 weeks. And I feel like we may get some connections this year. But I don't know. Everyone's constantly flip-flopping. Amber and Chris are having a good vibe. But at the same time, like, Chris, like, as we see in the preview, Amber gonna be kissing Joelle, and I'm like, oh, I thought Joelle like Vernisha, and, like, it's just like, ooh, this is gonna get messy. I don't know. Like, Joelle is a little bit of a flirt. You know, I don't know. I like Joelle still, but I'm just saying, I was like, I don't know how this is gonna go. Like, who knows who's gonna end up with who? You know, it's not even a final stretch, you know. But this show don't have that good of a success rate, so a lot of people don't pick good people anyway that they're compatible with. So we'll see. Hopefully this season will be a little bit different. I think Salsa or Tango and Ron was teaching it. It was weird because I was like, why is Ron teaching this class? Y'all couldn't hire an instructor. Tressa goes on a date with Diedrich, and they go to a spice shop, which is the spice shop that they've been talking about going to for a while. And I felt like Diedrich wasn't very romantic with Tressa. Like, he didn't even try to make it romantic. It was very sterile. I felt like she didn't feel comfortable, so she wasn't gonna be leaning in and opening up to him. And I felt like if he was really feeling her, or if he really wanted to feel some type of spark, I feel like he should have laid on the romance, which he didn't. I guess he was like, I don't want to lead you on, but I felt like he said he felt a spark, so you should have came in there like you felt a spark, sir. Anyway, that pissed me off. Diedrich pissed me off too, because it's just like he pissed me off because he didn't even make it romantic. Well, he ain't had no roses, he ain't had no wine, he ain't had no place to sit down. I know it was like, oh, it's a shop, and how could he have it in there? But he could have made that shop was empty. You know, like we can have like sit down and talk and stuff like that, like smell seasoning or something like that. Take some home. It was just very much like Tressa was very awkward with it because she was like, I don't know if you like me. You saying you like my personality, but then you're not saying that. You're not saying you find me attractive, and that's like, you know, she was like, I won't be standoffish because I'm not trying to get my feelings hurt. And then he was just like, I don't feel anything. I'm like, bro, you need to be, if you like her, you gotta woo. You gotta woo her. Woo! Anyway, yeah. And then, like, towards the end, I don't know if I forgot some other people's dates. I know Stacy and Chrysanthemum was just annoying everybody. And then Stacy goes on a date with Ron, was like, who's your top? Why aren't I your top? And blah blah. And Stacy was very interrogating. I think she should have been a lawyer. With that said, the men decided to send 2 women home, which was Stacy and Tressa. And I'm still on this Tressa thing. They were bogus. These men were bogus. They ain't nothing. I don't like any of them. I lost a lot of respect. Jason had the audacity to say, I don't find her. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. I don't want to be ragging on people because, you know, people are attracted to what they're attracted to, right? And I don't want to be like that. But I was pretty upset that, like, none of them found her attractive. And I was pretty upset with the show for bringing Tressa on just to get her heart broken. Like, bro, you know nobody like no big girls. Don't send me on a show with people that don't like big girls. Like, bro, what? Don't accept my ass. But, yeah. I just felt like all the men had the audacity. They didn't even give Tressa a chance. That's the thing. They didn't even go on dates with her. They weren't even trying to get close to her. And it just seemed like they all want this, like, perfect fairy tale of, like, you know, I don't know. I want to be like, you're attracted to who you're attracted to, but attraction changes. But yeah. I feel sad for Tressa. I really do. She was so heartbroken. They broke that woman down. But other than that, this has been Sway Bae and everything else. Hope you guys liked it. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Other than that, peace.